Hey, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. We're the fantasy football show that brings you inside the life and times of our Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is my good friend, Andrew. And this week, we have two special guests as we do a rookie redraft from 2025. It is Wednesday night, May 20th. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. And yourself?
I'm doing great. You might notice, watchers and listeners at home, my basement is finally finished and fixed. So I have ample space all around me. I'm able to put my flags back up so you can see my Flames, my Lions, my Wolverines, and then my national pride. Kind of. I guess it's kind of cropped off in the corner. But it's there nonetheless. But tonight, after a 2-week hiatus, taking a little bit of a break, we're back. We're going to do a 2025 rookie redraft. We're going to see how we feel about the rookies from last year before we draft the rookies this year. And to do that, we brought on two of our greatest league mates. We've got Josh and we've got Ryan, aka the league champion and his arch rival.
That's right. One of us is the greatest. The other one is here.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to start with you, Josh. How you doing?
I'm doing great. This is always a fun episode to be on, so appreciate the invite.
Yeah, you're welcome. And Ryan, how is the champion life?
It's great. It's great to be reminded of it and to remind everyone else of it, Mike. I appreciate that.
Hey, you got to live in the moment. As previous champion, losing to you this year, I am always reminded by it.
Yeah, let's keep it rolling. I'll keep the no, I meant keep the championships rolling. And
oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Rolling.
All right. Well, that said, have you put some thought into the name you're going to give Chervin?
No. You reminded me again. I had put some thought into it, and I have to remember those thoughts. I wrote them down in notes.
Okay. Well, hey, oddly enough, the time is coming, and it's coming fast. We've already passed mini camps. Mini camps have started. We're about to go into full-on camps here in June. The summer's almost upon us. Then we're going to have preseason. Like it's coming fast, which is a good thing.
Great thing.
All right. I do have some quick news I want to go with you guys real quick. Get your feedback and insights on. Aaron Rodgers signs a 1-year deal worth up to $25 million with the Pittsburgh Steelers and then makes an announcement today that is officially his last year. He will be done after this. Now, round table. Let's start with Josh. Thoughts?
Love it. He's single-handedly destroying the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of our biggest rivals. It's been fun to watch.
Okay, Andrew.
I couldn't agree more. Being a Bengals guy, let him destroy the team. But you never know. He's going to go into a sweat lodge next winter, and he'll be back.
Okay, Ryan, closing.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird way to announce that you're coming back, is to say this is my last year. It's like I'm already out the door again.
So let's go.
Get excited.
Yeah, excited for an early draft pick. Yeah. Okay. Next bit of news is Devon Achane. It gets a contract extension with Miami, makes some good money. I actually thought it was a pretty good, sweet deal. It's the only player that they kept and paid after purging everybody else. So for the Devon Achane owners out there, I think you got to feel pretty good. As one of them in another league, I like it. Josh?
Yeah, I'm an owner too. Very happy for him.
Mm-hmm. Andrew?
I've said it in years past. I think the guy is too small. He's not
short career.
I don't think he won't survive the year with all of the workload he's going to have to take with everybody else gone. So hopefully the rookies that they picked up will perform and take away some of the workload from him. If not, I can't see him surviving the season without a major injury.
Okay. Ryan?
I'm sure it's always nice when one of your dynasty guys is locked in and appreciated and not likely to be overtaken by a new draft pick next year or something. The money keeps them entrenched. So
yeah,
it's pretty good.
All right.
Not
Well,
an
let's
owner,
talk
though.
about another running back in Brees Hall. He got an extension for a team that obviously did not like him. Let's go reverse order here. Ryan, what do you think about Brees Hall staying in New York?
Okay, sometimes the entrenched is an upside, but in this case, obviously, no one's really that happy about Brees being a Jet for the foreseeable future. So, pour one out.
Right. Lost career. Andrew?
I agree. I think that team is still kind of out there in no man's land where they haven't improved. So he's going to stay par where he was at the last 3 years because the team has been crappy the last 3 years. I can't see him breaking away and having like a Saquon Barkley year, where he gets 300 points in fantasy points. It won't happen. Not in New York. Get him onto a different team, and it might be a way different story. But yeah, not there.
Okay, Josh.
It's funny reading these two together because it's pretty similar. Like both guys are getting extended. Both guys are good running backs. Two shitty teams, but we love one and hate the other. And I think it's just the Brees thing was so weird. Like he wanted out, they wanted him gone, and now they're investing in the running back position. It's so strange. But I'll say, Miami. We all love HM, but it doesn't. It's not like it makes a ton of sense for them either. So it's really funny reading these two together, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
the big
and
difference is
that's
that
why.
Achan is number 5 overall
I guess
performing on
so.
his bad team, where
Yeah.
Brees is,
I guess that's
bottom
right.
15. So
Yep.
And that's why I kind of said like if he has to take that big of a workload in Miami, he's going to get beat up pretty bad. So I fear for him having the same type of year that he had last year or the year before.
At the risk, I feel like I have a strong anti-Jets brand on this show. I come and knock them every time. Is it possible that they could put something together? I mean, he is a good player. They're adding more good players. Could, maybe they get a QB next year and this is actually a rising team in 2 years. I mean, that's in play, I'd say.
I
They're just
you
so
know I,
dysfunctional. It's hard to believe in. Go
yes
ahead, Andrew.
I the possibility is there for them. I think that the opportunity there may be you know 4 players away, like getting a couple linemen, getting a quarterback because they got some half decent wide receivers. They got a pretty good secondary. Get some defensive linemen, offensive linemen, and a decent quarterback, and maybe they are there. Maybe they're just missing and maybe it's their general manager or some of their coaching staff that's the anchor around their neck.
well, let me ask a quick question. I like to do quizzes on this. What do you think, ADP, Brees Hall or Quinshon Judkins for a similar situation? Good running back, perennially crappy team.
Are we guessing who's higher or the number?
I'm going Brees first. Brees is going to be taken first before Quinshon.
I think it's the other way around.
We got Brees at 13 running back overall, ADP 38, and Quinshon at 15, ADP 43.
So very close.
So close, but yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was kind of interesting. I was trying to think of a similar situation, and of course, Cleveland popped into mind of
Yeah.
team
Again, that's another team that's a couple of players away from maybe turning their franchise around a little bit. Again, picking up some offensive linemen that can block for the quarterback, block for the running back, give the wide receiver some time to get downfield, and maybe they do something, right?
I think it comes down to quality of quarterback. If you've got a good quarterback, I think the team that's going to make the most improvement will be Cleveland because their defense is so awesome. They kept them into games. If they get a quarterback that can at least manage moving the ball, somewhat with a running back and even a single wide receiver or a tight end, like whatever, that team will do a lot better than I think the New York Jets or the Dolphins. Okay, last bit of news here. Irrelevant news, in my opinion. Juwan Jennings signs a 1-year deal with Minnesota. My understanding is that when free agency opened up, he was asking too much money and nobody was willing to pay it. So he missed his window and then had to settle.
I kind of thought he'd get more money, so I was a little surprised. And it's funny how many of these guys leave San Francisco and just torch them like that. There's a lot of contentious battles in San Fran.
Well, I think the biggest issue for me is if I'm a San Francisco player, I'm just waiting for the Grim Reaper to come and take one of my ligaments.
It's an old team. And
it's
they
not
got
just
older.
that. Just
Evans,
whatever goes
Kirk.
on there, they
Yeah.
just injuries. So you get out and you go find healthier pastures to go and play for. So I wish him all the best in Minnesota.
But do you think maybe he didn't get paid because he kind of came out of San Francisco with an attitude of arrogance, where, hey, I should be the top paid guy when really you're not, and kind of like an Odell Beckham Jr. when he was asking for ridiculous money all the time, and it just didn't work out. Maybe this will be a wake up call for him. And if he is good, then you put it out on the field, right? Prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, he'll have that shot in Minnesota opposite Justin Jefferson, a depleted backfield, and either J.J. McCarthy or Kyler Murray as his quarterback. Ryan.
I want to say it wasn't on my radar as a free agent. We discussed a little bit in a group chat as the Patriots were looking to fill a need at wide receiver this offseason. They ended up signing Romeo Doubs, 4-year, $68 million.
A bad one.
And then
I'm
Jennings
sorry, that's a bad one.
Jennings here goes, 1 year, 13. I don't know. Is it really that much of an upgrade for Dobbs or Jennings? I don't know. I think Jennings.
We've seen guys like Christian Kirk get huge money. Like I thought this was a great signing.
Which one, Dobbs or Jennings?
Jennings, like
that's what I'm saying. Jennings
these guys
seems like a great value, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
So he has a good year. He gets the bag next year. So
exactly. Yeah,
pretty good.
He's banking on himself.
Yeah.
Get him on a 1 year, and then maybe he writes his own ticket next year.
And I like that with guys that are willing to gamble on themselves. Hey, I know I've got the talent. I'm going to go out and prove it this year, and then next year it's going to be even more money than I was going to get this year. So, take that offer, take that chance to promote yourself, and just go out there and have the season of your career, and then you do get the big money.
All right. Well, let's get over to the actual reason why we're here tonight, which is doing the 2025 rookie redraft. Now, for those that don't know, the top of the list last year was Ashton Jeanty. That was the big 101 across the boards. There was no questions. He was the dude. So we're going back in time, and now that we have hindsight 2020, we're gonna redraft it each position. Or I guess, 101, 102, 103. We're each going to put it in of who we think would go in that position. I'm going to kick things off. Last year was Ashton Jeanty. Here's who, if I could just clear this little cell, do that transparent. Boom. I also went Ashton Jeanty. I think Ashton Jeanty still remains the 101 for me. He didn't have a great season in Las Vegas, but I don't put that on him. I put that mainly on Las Vegas. I hope he rebounds this year. Let's go, Andrew.
Yeah, I still have him from the rookie class. I still have him at the 101.
Josh.
I think he's gonna have a better year this year, though.
I'm expecting a big year this year with Kubiak there, so he's definitely one for me.
And then Ryan.
I thought we were drafting, so this is very different for me. I have to make every pick now. Okay.
Yes, you make every pick. We're not drafting. We're essentially we're ranking the
Boy.
orders. We're all drafting now because our 102s could all be different.
Because this is gonna be spicy then.
Not
I
as
thought it was
prepared
gonna-
as you thought you were.
No,
Oh.
I got my order, but now it's like, oh dang, I really gotta stick with this order, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So 102 last year was a Marion Hampton. All right, I'm just gonna do this and save myself the hassle, and just say transparent all. Number 2, I kept O'Marion Hampton at 102. Andrew?
I got Travion Henderson.
Oh, you put Travion Henderson there, hey? Okay.
Are you,
Travion Henderson. Slick.
I'm sorry, who did you said Hampton was one? Oh, yes, he was 102. Never mind. Sorry. I was looking
Slick.
at the wrong column on my spreadsheet.
Okay, well, here's where things get interesting. I'm gonna go Tyler Warren, guys. Tyler Warren.
Really?
tight end.
Okay, do you wanna
Wow.
explain why you put Tyler Warren here?
Yeah, I think anyone else besides Genty offers some risk. And Tyler Warren hit the ground running so hard with Daniel Jones, and then Jones got injured. Warren, ended up finishing, modestly. I don't know, tight end 5, something like that. But
Modestly.
I mean, with Jones back, I mean, this is a no brainer. He's a superstar. So, and whenever you can get a position advantage like that, I would take it.
Okay, so 102, Tyler Warren.
He ended up 95th overall.
Against all positions.
Yeah, for all positions, he ended up 95th overall, with 149.5 points.
He was consistent week in and week out starting from week 1 all through the whole year. Yep. Okay, Josh.
Pretty excited about Ryan's pick because I don't think that's going to hold up. I think that's a tough argument. You got a lot of, this was a class with a lot of great tight ends.
Yes.
I have a much more bunch together. So for me, this is definitely Teteroa McMillan. I thought he looked great. Looked like a target hog. Really good rookie year. No real competition for targets. So definitely Tet for me.
Okay, so Teteroa McMillan lands at 102.
None of us agreed.
No, we differed dramatically. All right.
Yeah.
103. Our 103 in our league draft was Teteroa McMillan. So you moved him up essentially one spot. I put Travion Henderson here at 103. I think he got his shot late in the season. He was a slow start, got his run. I didn't like that they pivoted away from him in the playoffs, but they went with the experienced veteran, but that's fine. I think Travion Henderson is going to be a young stud running back, so I got him at 103. Andrew.
103, I got RJ Harvey.
All right, let's hold
Okay.
on a second.
I didn't even think he's on the list. Is he on the list?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go. He's way down there.
Yes.
Okay.
He's on the list for worst draft pick by
Oh, my
Josh.
goodness.
He was ranked
All right.
58th last year with 182 points.
I'm the Harvey owner, so I hope so. I hope so.
You don't want to say anything because you want to sell to Andrew right now.
Oh.
I'm going to message you, Andrew.
Okay. I don't
got-
even think he has a job at the end of this year. RJ Harvey.
Really?
Really? I don't think he did what the team wanted to. And J.K. Dobbins is going to be the dude unless that other rookie that they drafted this year takes that spot. So, like, RJ Harvey, I think, is a dead man walking.
I don't know.
But
I don't
okay.
know. I don't think
That's-
Dobbins is going to do it.
No, I don't think Dobbins long term. I think Dobbins starts the year, but I think that the guy they got this year might be the dude that takes over. But that's the joy of doing this, right? We all get to share our opinions and views.
Yeah, you don't see the
gonna be a
Chargers, or the Patriots drafting a running back in the 4th round. There's a reason Denver did that.
Yeah, and Peyton uses a lot of running backs, so it's somewhere in between, right? Like, I don't think Harvey's dead. I think he's a great pass catcher, and that's probably the role he's going to play. But there's always going to be multiple backs involved in Denver.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see.
All right. No, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Okay, Slick, who do you got? 103.
Well, Josh mentioned bunching the tight ends together, so we're
Oh, wow.
next
Okay,
up
cool.
is other stud tight end, pretty much swappable with Tyler Warren. Honestly,
Yeah.
is Colston Loveland.
Yep.
Whoever you think might be better. I don't know. I feel like the Colts are maybe a little more stable, so I just picked Warren ahead of Loveland.
I think you're right. Tyler Warren's the best. Colton Loveland is the second best. And the reason why I believe that is because wherever he was drafted by Andrew, Andrew has punted this poor kid and sent him packing everywhere. Do you have any shares left, Andrew?
No.
No. Okay. So you sold Colston Loveland. It's like, you know what, kid? You're too good for me.
Sold him.
Be gone.
I sold him 2 weeks before he turned his season around. Is what
we rehashed that on the last podcast. I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I like it. Colston Loveland. I think he's a solid tight end.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
you know
fantastic.
what? Loveland. I think Loveland, had he had a more consistent season, like where his quarterback used him as much throughout the whole season, like they did at the end, he probably would have been a 102 or a 103 in my opinion. I have him further down. But I think he would have probably been right up here where Ryan had him. If he had like a full season of what he did in the second half, I think he would have tore him up. He might have even been a 101, for gosh sakes.
Maybe. I think he has some good value in a onesie position that is very thin. All right, Josh, your pick.
I'll go with Hampton here. He looked good to me, and they didn't bring anyone in, so I'm not inclined to drop him from what we thought of him at last draft. So I got him at 3.
Okay. All right, let's go 104. This is where Travis Hunter went. I went Emeka Ibuka. The reason why I went Emeka Ibuka, even though you guys have made some very solid plays here with Tet and Tyler and Colston Loveland, I went Emeka because that first half of the season was a godly performance. That was fantastic. And whatever happened that ruined the second half of the season, I would like to think that coaching staff, the quarterback, Mayfield, and they figured out. And this kid, if you have him on your roster, you've got. I'm thinking, and I'm going to go out there and say that you're going to have the next Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, you're Amon St. Brown. This is a dude that you're just going to leave in your lineup every single week and just be okay. And he's going to blow up and give you great weeks, and then he's going to give you like some okay weeks, which would be like 10, maybe 15 points. Like he's going to be good to great. That's why I got him here at 104.
Why did the Bucs draft? They drafted another wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. And it wasn't even a deep wide receiver class, so yeah.
But yeah, fine,
Okay, Andrew.
This is where I got McMillan.
Oh, you put Tet McMillan at 104. Yeah, that's good. You are the Tet owner, correct?
Yes,
okay.
I am.
All right, Slick.
All right, before I make my pick, just want to throw a shout out to who made the Travis Hunter pick, Shervin. May or may not have contributed to his last place finish. So Senior Poopy Pants himself drafted Travis Hunter. I'm going to go chalk here with Omarion Hampton.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. All right, Josh, round it out.
As a Pats owner, I'm excited to see Travion so high for you guys.
Yeah,
I thought he was great. I guess some ups and downs. Like he didn't get on the field towards the end of the year, some games, so a little concerning. But he showed that Gibbs-like home run hitting ability, a lot of TDs as a rookie, and one of these years, I think he probably it's his backfield, and he's going to be gold. So excited to see him play.
Awesome. All right. Well, Travion Henderson did go next in our official draft at 105. This is where I put Tet McMillan. I think the kid has a lot of talent. I'm just concerned about Bryce Young continuing to make that progressive step forward as a quarterback. But I think he still deserves to be a top 5 because if he can, I think Tet's going to be another great wide receiver. Andrew?
This is where I have Ibuka.
This is where you got Emeka Ibuka. Okay. Toss that in there. Slick.
All right. Yep. Just catching up on the picks here. I'm going Ted as well.
Okay. Good one.
Solid pick. 105.
Oh! Here it is. Let's hear it, Josh.
Yeah, I'm going into tight end, but I'm going Colston Loveland. I'm one of the owners that just pried him away from Andrew. I'm really excited. Ben Johnson is delivering in Chicago. He was just a target monster down the stretch, and it looks to me like he's got that Laporta role. So I see him as an elite dynasty asset. I'm excited.
Okay. I like it.
They run the ball every play.
To DeAndre Swift?
They
Come
love to.
on.
No, they love to. I think there'll be a few backs involved. They'll be a good running team again.
Okay. Well, speaking of running, the next pick in our official draft was Quinshon Judkins. I'm interested to see where he lands for everybody else. But right now at 106, this is where I'm going to start my tight end run. I go Tyler Warren at 106. I like the consistency throughout the year, and I think because of the weapons they have, I think Tyler Warren was going to be featured, whereas Colston Loveland is going to be featured less because they have so many other weapons that they can use. They can really diversify, where the Colts, I think, is going to be a bit more narrow in their approach. So I went Tyler Warren, 106. Andrew.
This is where I had Judkins.
You kept Judkins here. Okay. All right, Slick.
All right, I'm zagging again, fellas. We're going Cam Scatterboo.
Ooh, really?
Falling at the 106. I don't get it. I don't get the non-love for him. He
I loved him.
seems amazing. Maybe a little injury, risk coming into the year, the slower start. But I mean, he looks
He's
like
crazy.
a superstar.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Compared to, say, Hampton, who I watched play and thought was fine, but just fine. He just, I'm worried like someone like Hampton will be just another guy, whereas Scatterboo, there's no one like Scatterboo.
Okay, couple questions. Do you think Cam Scatterboo is a game changer? Like on a week that he could win you a week, like a CMC or a Jonathan Taylor? Do you think he has the opportunity to win you a week single-handedly by putting up like 30 to 40 points?
Yeah, 100%. I think he's a superstar.
Okay.
I mean, he got
if you had to make a
game last year,
he did.
Yeah.
He did.
4
Like, he has the
TDs. What
ability.
was that? Yeah.
Yeah, the kid. I agree. I think the kid. I think he is worth a top talent. I am scared at his style,
Definitely,
and the longevity for which he could perform. But I agree. I think this kid's fantastic. Another question: Cam Scatterboo or the 106 in this year's draft? So you give up, or you get Cam Scatterboo, you get Tyrone Tracy, the handcuff, for the 106, the 306, at a 406.
I want Cam.
I mean, it's like not even close.
I want Cam
Scatterboo there.
Yeah. All right, I just made that trade in another league.
Nice.
That's great.
Awesome.
You always take a known asset like him.
Absolutely.
over crap shot.
Yeah, I just landed Cam Scatterboo and Tyrone Tracy for the 106, the 306, and the 406, and I think Khalil Mullings I gave up.
What makes
That
this,
feels
I
good.
think, why I think you ran away with that one is because it's such a weak draft this year.
Yeah, like I'm not beyond the first 5 picks of this draft. I wasn't liking my chances of landing somebody that I wanted, and I could not move up. Nothing that I tried seemed to move the needle to move me up 1 or 2 spots to land me into one of those players. So when and shout out to Donnie for this. So Donnie, thank you very much for going through all of the crap you as a commissioner have to go through in filling spots. So when somebody 4 or 5 days before your draft bails, and you have to go and find somebody and bring them in and want to take over either a bad team with a bad roster or just last minute in general, it's a challenge. So Donnie went fishing, found some dudes. Those guys came in and immediately started making moves to try and make the team their own. This guy's like, yep, these are the players that are on the block. I want to move these guys. I'm looking for this. Is what I'm looking for. I'm like, okay, well, the only guy I want is Tyrone Tracy with Camp Scadaboo. He's like, okay, well, sure. What do you want to do for it? I'm like, how about this, this, and this? And he's like, sold. I'm like, that's my first offer. Like, okay, cool, great. I'll take it. Very happy. All right, finish the round out, Josh. 106. Who do you got?
Yeah, I'll take Warren here. You guys have been talking about him. Didn't have a lot of TDs, so I'm hoping to see that this year. But Pittman's gone, so should be a good season.
Okay. All right, this is where 107. We saw RJ Harvey go in our draft. This is where I put Colston Loveland. So this is where I'm going back to back with my tight ends, which seems to be a trend with us. Andrew, who do you got at 107?
I'm starting my trend for tight ends. And this is where I got Warren.
You got Tyler Warren? Okay. So we're recognizing the value of those two particular tight ends. I imagine we'll see Colston Loveland from you soon. Slick, who do you got here at 107?
Catching up again. This is where I'm taking Travion. So I did have Scadaboo above Travion, just because he never took over a game. Scadaboo got 30-point games. Travion looks great, but I mean, what was his highest game total? I don't even know. So
He had a bunch of 2-touchdown games.
Do you think it's Travion or coaching that made those decisions? Because you could obviously see that Travion was the better running back, but for whatever reason, they kept going back to Ramondre. Is that loyalty?
I think Ramondre is actually good. Like I'm with the Pats coaching on this. Like he's a good pass catcher. He's reliable. I don't think he's just going to get brushed aside. I think both of them will be good this year.
Okay.
And I will eat some crow here. And Josh is right. He did have 3 2-touchdown games. So yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
scored
had
in bunches.
Yeah, in week 10 he had 27 points. Week 8, 27 points. Or sorry, week 10 and 11, 11 and 10 and 11 were 27, 27, and then week 15 he had 28.
He had some good
He had a
weeks.
few games.
I would rather see him
But he
spread
also has
around,
some bad
right?
weeks.
Yeah, and that's it. So that's the problem with Travion in my mind is you got to know when to play him. You're going to have a lot of ups and downs.
Take the roller coaster.
I think you have to.
The matchups, right? It's a matchup thing for him, I think.
Maybe I'm soured by the playoffs, honestly, that he just didn't make an impact.
He didn't get on the field.
No.
Playoff
Yeah,
run, so.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Josh, who do you got? 107.
All right, I'll do my first zag. I'm sticking with the tight end run. I'm going to go Harold Fannin. We saw the eye-popping numbers in college, and then he went to the NFL, and he did it again. Like, he unseated Njoku, like, within a couple weeks, and he's had some really productive seasons of late.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm just buying in. I know there's more competition for targets now, but my gut is telling me he is the guy. I think he's a special player.
Okay, interesting. That's pretty high, but I understand the selection. All right, 108. This is where Emeka Ebegbu went. Oddly enough, this is where Justin Jefferson went in the year that he was drafted in our league.
That's right.
He was drafted late. So Emeka Ebegbu goes here at 108. This is where I put Quinshawn Judkins. I do like the player. I like what he was able to do on a relatively bad offense. So I think what Andrew had mentioned earlier, if they could get a line to hold things together and get that quarterback some time to pass, it's only going to benefit Quinshawn and his ability to be a great running back. So I got him here at 108. Andrew.
This is where I had Loveland.
Colston Loveland. All right. Slick.
Yeah, I had Judkins here too. I was happy to get him at the 106 last year, even though he drops to the 108 now. Remember, he had like terrible, like a seesaw, roller coaster off the field stuff. Might not even play for, there's a lot of stuff going on in Cleveland last year, including.
Didn't he have to wait until like the last minute to sign his deal?
Yes, something like that. Like there was
That's
a
right.
question if he was even gonna play. Yeah, so he didn't start until week 2. Ended up getting a 26-point game in there, 3-touchdown game, so proving he can do it. Obviously lacked consistency, but hoping he can get it done.
Okay, quick tangent. Another player that's might not get to play football, has some off the field issues repeatedly year after year after year. Also just had announced that he had surgery on his knee to repair some cartilage and stuff, and that'd be Rashee Rice. Yeah,
Talking about
so
the guy
Andrew,
in my IR slot I'm counting on to be a starter this year.
Yeah. So how convenient that he goes under the knife to get cleanup work on his knee is now going to miss the next 2 months as he breaks probation.
It's the second time he's pulled this.
Yeah.
He probably tore up his knee running away from the police.
Well, no, sure he wasn't driving super fast, romping on
Maybe.
the. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. So I am losing confidence in Rashee Rice.
Big time.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, Josh, round us out. Who do you got? 108.
I have Egbuka.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
quite a bit lower than you. I'm pretty bearish on him. I'm concerned. I mean, he did well early in the year with all the targets, but once guys got back, he got buried on that depth chart. So I'm quite scared. I really liked him going into the draft, so that is why I have him here, but I'm concerned.
Okay. So what concerns you the most? The player, the situation, or something else?
Definitely not the situation. He's got all the opportunity in the world. It was just inefficiency. Yep, that's it. So he's got a great chance here. And I believed in him as a rookie, so I'm gonna say he figures it out this year.
Okay, pick 109 last year was Caleb Johnson. This is a guy who jumped out of the second round and moved into the first. In most cases, he was a second round draft pick. But here he is at 109. Kind of a dud, unfortunately. Didn't get playing time. This is where I slotted in Cam Scattaboo. This is where I would be willing to take Cam, bring him up here. I think he's worthy of a first round selection. I think what he can deliver for you, as long as he can stay healthy and on the field, kid's going to blow games up and just win you some championships. So Cam Scattaboo right here. Andrew.
This is where I have Hampton.
Oh, wow. I forgot you didn't have Hampton. So Marion Hampton way down here at 109. Okay. Slick.
Am I the last one on Egbuka? Or
you are, yep.
You are.
That's where he's going here. Same chorus, little concerned, but still worthy of a top 10 pick.
Okay. All right, Josh, what do you got?
I'll go Cam too. I love Cam.
Cam Scattaboo. All right. Now, outside of RJ Harvey, we've all essentially had the top 9 roughly the same. This is where I think the rubber's going to meet the road, and we're going to see some serious divergence as we round out the first round and head into the second round, and we start bringing guys up from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th and start filling in the spots where we think they're worthy. Tyler Warren was the pick here. That was my selection. I'm very happy with it, but I've already got him earlier up at 106, so I'm going to go Luther Burden here. I don't really know what to expect out of Luther Burden. I liked what I saw. My biggest concern for his is the situation. He's on a team with Colston Loveland, Rome Odunze, DeAndre Swift. They're going to have a 4-dimensional offense. They're going to be able to move the ball in a variety of ways. So my concern here is not his talent, because I think his talent is worthy of first round. It's how does he get used week to week? Can he consistently give you reliable fantasy points, or is he going to be like a roller coaster where this is his week and then next week he's nothing? But I think he's worth a first round selection. I got Luther Burden. Andrew, who do you got? 110.
This is where I have Scattaboo.
Okay, rounding out your top 10, you got Scattaboo. Slick, who do you got here at 110?
I went tight end again, and I going Harold
Fannin. Okay.
I would be high on him, but Josh already usurped me with that honor, taking him at 107. But yeah,
Okay.
Same reasons. He looks like a stud, and I'd rather take someone that you can be more confident in rather than Burden at this point. I mean, Burden's nice, but I think he proved it.
Okay. All right,
Ryan,
Josh.
Ryan, do you think Loveland and Warren a full tier ahead of Fannin? Because you have some space between these picks.
I guess I liked the teams better. Fannon's
For
still
sure.
on Cleveland, so I
Yep.
don't know. You got
Yep.
Shador throwing him, or who knows who.
Deshaun Watson. Okay.
Maybe.
Josh, who do you got?
I still have not taken Judkins, so I'll take him here. I like him, but he had a major injury for his rookie year, and he doesn't catch passes, so he slipped for me.
Okay. What was his injury?
He totally
Ankle.
blew out his knee. Was it ankle?
Yeah, ankle in week 16. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know because I own him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was a tough one.
Now, is that an injury that's going to put him on the PUP? Or is that something he can recover from and be ready for week 1?
I think he's aiming for
I don't-
one, Ryan. I think he's aiming for one, but I think it's going to linger a little.
Yeah, I think it's not reported at this point, but I don't think he's intending to miss any time.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out as soon as camp starts in June. We'll have an idea of what he's doing, right? Because if they put him off to the side, we'll know. We'll have a better idea of what's going on. All right.
Well, these guys will now be the guys that are missing. They were all busting their ass in preseason last year and in camp. Now that they're on their sophomore years, they're gonna see less and less time in camp and less playing time in the preseason games because the top 10 guys have kind of solidified their spots with their teams, and they'll be starting to sit more, right? Because the coaches want to see the rookies and the unprovens. So even him sitting through most of the preseason might not be an indication of it's an injury. It might just be, why risk it, right?
True. I would like to see the approach that he gets some touches and he gets some work so that he's ready to play football week 1 and not be learning to get ready for football week 1. I want you to be game shape by the first week, which is why I think it's important for players to have those reps during the preseason. But we'll know if he's working out regularly with the team, then it's like, okay, he's good to go. He'll be ready. He might not go week 1, or he might have limited touches. As long as he doesn't end up on the PUP, we'll be okay. All right. So beginning of the second round, 201, Colston Loveland went. This is Andrew's selection, if I recall. This is where I put Harold Fannin. I think, I guess you could make a good argument, which you guys have made good arguments. You could have put him in the first round, bumped Luther Burden down to here, but this is how I played it out. So Harold Fannin, 201. Andrew.
This is where I have Higgins.
Jaden Higgins? Okay. Jaden Higgins. Wide receiver for the Houston Texans.
I mean, I disagree, but it is sort of a crapshoot at this point. It really drops off here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets weird, guys.
I also look at it that, and Mike and I have had this conversation many a time. I don't trust Nico Collins from injuries. So Higgins could be the number 1 guy for a good chunk of the season.
Okay. All right, Slick.
So I'm going a little chalky with Luther Burden here. I don't really have a strong conviction about him, but for some reason he's up there on draft boards ahead of some of the other guys here in round 2. So, I mean, certainly things opened up for him, right, in Chicago. DJ Moore going away and that Zacharias guy going away. So, that's got to have a vote of confidence for him. So, but he didn't do much last year. But he's got a shot now, so makes sense.
Here we go.
I'm taking Burden too, and I agree with everything Ryan just said. It feels like a huge projection to me, but I've got a massive tier gap. So go with
okay,
upset.
then quick question. I want you round table. Luther Burden or Rome Odunze? Josh.
Rome.
Andrew.
Yeah, I'd say Rome, but
okay, Ryan.
The gap might be closing.
That's super hard, actually. I'm really curious about who's higher.
Wow.
Well, just
Bet you they're
because
going to be
it's,
they're going to be
it's
back
the
to back in
allure of the
ADP.
unknown and the unproven versus the guy that's kind of done it a little, but not as much. So
Oh wow.
I agree. I agree. Rome is safer, but
Okay,
Burden has
here's my
intrigue.
personal opinion. Roma Dunze takes the Jameson Williams role, does that deep threat special gadget play because he's got that speed and over the top. Luther Burden plays the Amon-Ra St. Brown role as the possession wide receiver, and he showed that he could do it in limited last year, where Colson Lovin was a bit more exceptional at that particular position in the Sam Laporta role. So if you got Ben Johnson coming in to install his style of play and offense, you do now have the talent to fill those roles. So if you had between Jameson Williams, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta, and Amon St. Brown, of those three, who would you take? And I think the answer is Amon St. Brown because you've seen what he's able to do as the possession wide receiver. So if you overlay that expectation, wouldn't Luther Burden be the guy?
I may eat my words here, but I totally disagree. I mean,
Okay.
I feel like everyone wants to comp everyone to Amon Ra, and I think he's one of one. I
He
would
has a different
have
mindset not everyone can have. Yeah.
I would have Rome and then Loveland and then a distant third Burden
Okay.
for targets this year. I mean, we'll find out. And the running backs will catch them too.
I want it that way. That's the way I want to see it. I want to see Rome 1, Loveland 2, Burden 3, and just cut Swift.
They love Swift.
We'll see.
Just to add to this, I was surprised to find that Burden is actually one slot ahead of Rome in ADP. So
Come on. Wow. I'm shocked.
But are they back to back?
Back to back, yeah.
There is
Yeah,
a
okay.
lot of Burden buzz out there. A lot.
Okay.
A lot of hype.
All right, let's move to the 202. This is where Matthew Golden, who has yet to really live up to his draft capital, both in fantasy and in the real world. And this is where I took Jackson Dart. I think out of all of the quarterbacks, this is a guy who really showed that he can do all kinds of things on the field. That might be a new game changer at that position. So Jackson Dart, 202. Andrew.
This is where I had Burden.
Okay. Luther Burden, 202. Slick.
Yeah, I like that Jackson Dart pick. It's kind of, you don't know when to pull the trigger on those quarterbacks, I guess, especially if you're drafting like the R league, what
A single
do you do?
quarterback.
Yeah. So I did not go Jackson Dart though. I was just talking about your pick. I'm doing a little homer here, and I'm gonna go by Shell Tootin because he's on my
On your
squad.
roster.
And I had ETN, or pronounce the HN. And I had Tootin, drafted him as the backup, and now that has come to fruition, and I'm hoping that Tootin can carry the torch.
This is also why you own the handcuffs, gentlemen. It's very important that when a guy moves on or is released, you happen to have the next man up. Just saying.
Very on brand. I got
Very
Dart
on
too.
brand for me. Okay, you took Jackson Dart. Love it. Okay, in our draft, 203 went Jaden Higgins, wide receiver for the Houston Texans. This is where I took Matthew Golden. I think the promise is still there, and I'm a bit more higher on Matthew Golden now that they've moved on from Romeo Dobbs and they've got rid of Dontavian Wicks. So really, it just leaves Christian Watson, the hamstring king. You've got Jaden Reed, who doesn't get on the field very often, and then Matthew Golden, who is now going to be the opposite receiver to Christian Watson in 2 wide receiver sets. It's do or die time, Matthew. Get it done. So 203, Matthew Golden. Andrew.
Sorry, I had my thing muted there. I'm kind of going crazy here, and I know you guys are probably going to jump all over me.
Oh, this is great. Let's go. Let's do it.
No, us.
Amanor.
Who?
Elijah Amanor. Or Ella
Tennessee.
Yeah, okay.
I figured you guys would be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Jeez, Christ, what's going on?"
Yeah,
here?"
sure, no problem. I think he got cut.
I mean, the
I
problem
didn't
is
have
they just drafted
and that's it. I didn't have him in my top 20, but he looked great as a rookie. I think he's got something.
Again, this is where like I got a real drop from guys.
Yeah,
and-
okay.
Yeah, it's hard to criticize too much at this pick
Yep.
level. So.
Yeah.
Because everyone at this group, they haven't really done anything yet. We're hoping that this is the year that they step up and do something.
Yeah, now
All right.
now is where you're picking guys you hope have the highest ceiling. Yeah.
And that's that. You took the words out of my mouth. It's all about upside right now. So I'll take Tootin. He's got a shot at that role.
All right. Well, you jumped ahead of a Slick, but we'll fill you in.
Sorry, Ryan. I took your guy.
Bayshell Tootin.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I went on my second tier RB run here, and I'm gonna do RJ Harvey at this spot. Don't know if he's got
203 RJ Harvey. Okay.
203. Well, hey, a full round after the 103 RJ Harvey, so I'm still doing okay with the draft capital there. But I mean, he's still got the starting job chance. Obviously there's the always injured Dobbins there. So could put it together.
Okay. 204. This is where Cam Scadaboo went. Obviously, we've all got him up a bit higher. So this is where I took Jaden Higgins. So back to what Andrew said earlier, I think Jaden Higgins has a chance this year to elevate his profile with the Texans and become either the number one or reliable number two. They still has Tank Dell in the roster, but if Nico Collins stays healthy, then it's not going to work out for Jaden Higgins unless he absolutely performs. But I like the scenario here. I like the upside. So this is where I got him, 204. Andrew.
This is where I have Tootin.
Bayshell Tootin. Bloop. There we go. Slick.
Before I make my pick, shout out to who drafted Cam Scadaboo. It was Senior Poopy Pants himself, Shervin.
Hey,
up for the Hunter pick. So
yeah, Travis Hunter, Cam Scadaboo. Travis Hunter is not completely dead.
He's pretty dead.
He's not completely dead. He's just pretty dead. He's just mostly dead. For those that have ever watched The Princess Bride, he's mostly dead.
So I went with my third RB in a row here. I went with Kyle Monangai. I don't get why he's not talked about much. I guess they just, he's a lower round draft pick, so you don't. But he quietly had a really good. He quietly had a really good season last year, and Swift isn't like a, some guy who's unshakable. So I don't know. I like taking a chance on the second year.
Okay,
side is
Kyle Monangai, good one. All right, Josh, who do you got?
I'll take Harvey. Like I said, I do think he has value. I think Denver is going to be annoying and use multiple guys, but I think he'll be sticking around for a while.
Okay. All right, 205. This is where Luther Burden went. This is where I'm taking Trey Harris. I'm taking upside over here in the Los Angeles Chargers. Didn't really show a lot, but I got to believe that this is a team that's going to do something special this year. They're making moves. They brought in a what was it, Mike? Who's the coach left Miami and went over to the Chargers as a new OC?
McDaniels.
McDaniel, that's it. I want to say Mike McDonald, but I think that's Seattle. Yeah, I think if he comes over and he brings his style of offense, you now have a running back. Marion Hampton, you've got some wide receivers that you can do some stuff with. Not big name wide receivers, but you got Ladd, you got Huge, and now you got Trey Harris. They don't really have a tight end for anyone to really get excited about. They got David Njoku, they just got off of waivers. They have another young tight end, and then Justin Herbert. So I think some cool things could happen here. I'm playing for the upside in Trey Harris. 205. Andrew.
I'm hoping Cleveland cannot figure out a quarterback situation, and they're going to have to run their ball all the time, and have a running back committee. And this is where I have Sampson.
You have who?
Sampson.
Dylan Sampson.
Yeah, Dylan Sampson.
Oh, okay. Dylan Sampson.
He was the 305 last year.
I thought he looked really good.
So did I, and that's why I think if they have to run the ball in kind of a committee, and he might be the third down guy who catches.
I think he is.
Okay.
This is where I stopped throwing darts at some running backs. ended up going Jackson Dart with a little more solid quarterback pick.
Okay.
Actually loved it.
Here we go. All right, well done. You got some good dad growls out of that one. All right, Josh, who do you got here? 205.
So Ryan did win me over a little. I'm pushing Manungai up one spot in my initial rankings. I'll take him here.
Oh,
I like the
okay.
upside. Yep.
All right. 206. We had Trey Harris. I took Bashal Tootin here. I'm a little hesitant on what could happen. I don't know if he's just going to win the job outright. And if he does, I don't know if he's going to be awesome at it. So I'm a little hesitant, but I put him here at 206.
That speed, though. He's going to be a home run hitter.
If things break right again, Trevor Lawrence and the Jags had a great, wonderful season last year. They did some amazing things. Is it repeatable?
Nope.
I'm hedging my bets. All right. Andrew, who do you got? 206.
Kind of based off the conversation we were having a little bit earlier with a team that's really in dysfunction. So a guy that might be able to step up. I got Taylor from the Jets, their tight end.
Meowson Taylor?
Taylor from the Jets.
Wow. Are you not concerned about them drafting Kenron Sadiq?
No.
They drafted him, what, first round? For Kenyon
I think
Sadiq?
he might.
You guys
I
were.
don't know.
I'll let you go first. It's your pick, Andrew. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he may sit part of the season. He might be another Colson Loveland, where start the season sitting back learning the NFL. Where Taylor or not, yeah, Taylor can
Mason Taylor.
have a few good games at the start of the year. He may lose it before the end of the year, but
Okay. Josh.
You guys were talking last episode about all the tight ends drafted. To me, it's the same story all over again. It's Seattle won, so everyone's going to copy that. So everyone wants to play 13 and play 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends. So I think these guys are gonna see the
Walkers.
field. I don't think Taylor's dead just because they drafted Sadiq. I think it's going to be really interesting where you're going to have a 1A, 1B in a lot of these tight end rooms.
Two guys taking off and cutting across each other in the slot. And
That is just too good a segue. I gotta jump in here with my next pick. And I'm excited to be the first to take my next tight end off the board.
Rhonda Gadsden. That's the other Chargers young kid. Yep.
So he would have been higher in my list, but he.
What happened, Ryan?
Yeah, like 9 or 10 days ago, and
Njoku,
joined the Chargers. So I mean, it's dynasty.
I don't know.
And Njoku's not going to last forever. Gadsden had a few flashes last year. It's worth a shot now at the 206.
Cool. Okay.
I don't like the Njoku in LA. Again, like you said, injury prone. Missed 11 games the last 2 years. I'm not a big fan of Njoku there.
Okay.
Even though Harbaugh is a tight end coach.
Yeah.
He is. Give me Jaden Higgins. I thought he was fine his rookie year, and they didn't really bring anyone in, so he could be a wide receiver too. I know that's not super exciting with Stroud, but he's a talented guy, so I'll take a shot here.
Okay. All right, moving on to pick 207. This is where Jack Besh of the Las Vegas Raiders went. Didn't really show much of anything, but he's still on the roster, listed as the wide receiver.
It's going to happen, guys. Team. Another opportunity.
Here we go. I took Isaac Tisslaw. I wanted to make sure my Lion got up in here somewhere. I don't know how he breaks out, unfortunately, with the other players on this roster. But the kid just makes his way onto the field. He earns his TD shots. So I'm happy that he's getting worked in with such a cool name. Isaac Tesla, 207.
See, I was so high on him last year. If you remember some of the conversations we had about the guy, I was a little disappointed, and just maybe they just didn't use him enough. Um, I still like. I think he still has a high ceiling. For me, this is where I took Darth.
Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart here, 207. Steal. Okay.
I respect the Conies on the Tesla pick. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm a little jealous, but I'm just gonna stick with what I did on my rankings, and I went Cam Ward here.
Okay.
Not because, just because like you got a starting asset, right? And you don't know what he can do in his second year. So let's take a guy that we know has a job. So there we go.
When you have the 101, you're going to get a bit of depth and breadth in your ability to build success. So if you didn't have great success your first year, you're going to have another year or two before our team completely bails on you. Cam Ward. All right, Josh.
I'll take Golden here. He's got another shot. He's got that draft capital, so they'll keep trying him. He didn't look good, but I do think there's opportunity with guys like Dobbs leaving town.
Okay. All right. 208. This is where Bayshell Tootin went. Didn't realize that he hasn't climbed super high, but he's still here. I went Woody Marks in a situation where before they had David Montgomery, it was Woody Marks and whatever old guy they could run out there. Well, now that old guy is David Montgomery, who I think is going to have an absolutely great season. But I think Woody Marks as your Gibbs to your Montgomery, I think this is a kid who's probably going to do well on that third down pass catching role. Andrew, who do you got here?
This is where I have Golden.
Matthew Golden. Okay. Josh. Oh, sorry, not Josh. Slick.
I'm going to stick with my rankings here. I do like some of the wide receivers you guys took better. Golden, I just dropped off my board, so kind of my bad, but I should probably take him here, but I went Pat Bryant.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Denver wide receiver. Just had flashes last year. He had a lot of like bad luck, basically, like injuries or stuff like that, just when he was about to like seize his moment. So it seems like he had a lot of talent, so I'm going to take him.
Okay,
and I think with Denver, the team has had a full off season to figure out the young guys and maybe build some chemistry. So him and Nix might be able to do some damage next year.
Do you think Pat Bryant's the wide receiver too, or Troy Franklin? Which between the two?
I think they got Jalen Waddle now, so
he's the one.
Yeah. Well, so they still got.
So Sutton's the two. Yeah.
And
I would have Franklin at 3.
I think Cortland Sutton is the owner. Yeah. Okay. As the Cortland Sutton owner,
I was thinking he was overtaking Franklin.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how Sutton survives this year. At his
he
age,
get trade during the year.
Could be. I don't think he makes it through the year. I think he's gone by the end of the year. I think it's Waddle. I think Pat Bryant is 2. Franklin's 3, unless they somehow figure out those two swap. Because to me, they're very close. You can kind of go either way depending on the dynamic of the team. But yeah, I completely forgot about Pat Bryant.
I know it's going to happen one of these years, but how many times have we tried to bury Sutton? I wouldn't bet against him at this point.
I can't. I don't have enough receivers. I need them.
Oh, yeah. I think he'll be decent.
Okay. Josh, round us out 208.
All right. I'm going to do it. Travis Hunter. I'm so scared.
Oh, wow.
I'm
okay.
so scared, but what was he, a top 3, 2
102?
Pick? I mean,
102?
He's got whatever it was. At this point, why not? Maybe things break right. It's not trending well, but we know he has the talent. And if he, he had that big game before he got hurt. If he somehow gets snaps at wide receiver, it could happen.
Okay. I think the way things are going for Travis Hunter, he's worth going out there and spending a third or a fourth round pick if you can get him, just to have on your roster and see what happens, because it's a low cost investment to see what can actually come out of it.
I don't think anyone's given him up for a fourth for sure.
You should come.
You think so? People are panicking.
I've seen some gross trades.
Wow.
For Travis Hunter, where
All right,
guys,
good to know.
They just wanted something, just something to move on because they don't want what they've done to him. Where somebody else is like, hey, look, I didn't draft him. I didn't spend the 102. I didn't take him super early, so I don't have that tie or that investment. But yeah, I'll give you a 3 or a 4. I'll do it. All right, 209. This is where Kyle Williams went. I'm not really sure what's going to happen to him and what his future looks like, but I took RJ Harvey here instead. Andrew. 209.
I'm going to go with Ferguson, tight end from the Rams.
Is that Jake Ferguson?
No, Terrence.
Terrence.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think they're he's not going to have a whole lot of competition. I don't think.
Okay. Terrence Ferguson. All right, Slick, what do you got?
I had Tisla next.
All right, yay!
I don't want to escape the draft without him. I just, he's sort of like Bryant in that he passed the eye test like so hard. Like, it's like, I just want him.
Yeah. Okay, Josh, what do you got here?
I'll take Gadsden.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna regret not having him here in my top 20. Him and Pat Bryant, those are two names that I did not have here that I wish I should have shuffled things around a bit. So run to Gadsden. Who got him?
Ryan.
Where did?
I think I have him in no fun, not this league.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But that's a absolutely draft and hold player.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
He was picked up by Donnie.
Donnie got
up. Oof.
You mean drafted or picked up?
No fun too.
He had Giddens. Sorry, he had Giddens, not Gadsden.
I don't know if he was drafted in. Poor man.
He wasn't in no fun, so it makes sense that he wasn't.
Yeah.
That he was picked up for waivers? Wow. Okay.
I think he was. I think I bid on him, yeah.
Hey, Shervin's got him.
Hey, right. Shervin.
All right.
$7 off waivers.
Well done, Shervin.
Not like before the season started. Interesting.
Okay. All right. Last pick of the round, boys. Cameron Ward was taken here at 210 by me. And I'm selecting him here again. I like, when I'm going into a draft, I do like to draft a couple different positions just to round it out to see who hits. So I took Cam Ward here. I wish I had taken Jackson Dart instead of Cam Ward at this position, which is why I have Jackson Dart up there at 202. I think the value that he brings at the position it puts it there. But if Cam Ward as a pure pocket passer, if he can turn into a reliable starter like a Matthew Stafford or Jared Goff, maybe not as high as I'm trying to think here. The Bengals guy, that guy. If he can't turn into Burrows, that's it. If he can't turn into a Joe Burrows, that's okay. If he's just a reliable starter that can just throw the ball down the field and manage the wins, then I'm happy at 210. Andrew, who do you guys? Your last pick.
This is where I have Ward as well.
Who? Sorry?
Cam Ward as well.
Cam Ward. Oh, Cam Ward. All right, here we go. Cam Ward, 1 for me, 2 for you. Cam Ward's already been taken at 207 for you, Slick. So who do you got rounding out your?
Don't worry, we got another quarterback making the cut.
Oh my, who you got?
Same as my last pick.
Tyler Shuck.
Last year, we're putting Tyler Shuck out there.
All right.
I do have 6 guys I could pick in this spot, but you know he's the one that squeaked in the end. So
okay, do you guys think the rumors are true that the New Orleans Saints are going to try and make a trade push for George Pickens?
I didn't hear that rumor.
Why would Dallas move Pickens?
Yeah, because they tagged him, right? Doesn't that mean they have to keep him? Or?
Nope, they can tag him and trade him.
I can't see it. Yeah.
So they got Tyler. Ooh, who's the young kid? They just got some kid in the draft, first round. They got Chris Olave, and if they get George Pickens, that is a wealth of riches at wide receiver for Tyler Shuck.
Well, let's not pencil Pickens in there.
But like I'm
they
just
got,
saying,
they got
I think
Tate. Yes,
They got the tight end Johnson. They got Etienne. Honestly, without Pickens, I think that's
it's a good
rising
roster
offense.
as it is.
And Shug is my pick here too. I
Really?
have him,
Okay.
Well, I have him definitely above Ward for me. Like he showed so
Okay.
much more. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry, it's Tyson, not Tate. My bad.
Tyson. Yes. All right. Well, that rounds it out. It was a fun little exercise. Some honorable mentions. Slick, you said you had 6 other guys you could throw in there. The 2 that off the top of my mind that I would like to have had in this roster was Pat Bryant and Ronzi Gadsden. Those are the guys that I missed out on. Who do you
Marks and Tesla for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I got the biggest buffs at 310, Nash, who ended up ranked 76-20 and 0 points.
Okay.
That was my fourth pick in a row at the end of the 3rd round last year. So I was just grasping at straws at the time, I think.
I'm gonna pick 2 guys who weren't drafted, though I would pick other guys. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, remember him? Burst onto the scene.
Yeah. Oh, I guess yeah, he's still out there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still out there. I mean, we took shots at RJ Harvey and other guys. Who knows? But and then the other person I wanted to shout out was because I wanted to say his name, Shamir DK.
Yeah.
The
special teams
Tennessee wide receiver.
Yeah.
And I'm shouting it out because some leagues do count, return yards, and he was like a really rare guy that contributed on offense and return yards. Obviously they drafted Tate to Tennessee. But if he could still have some receiving value and that special teams value, he was a Pro Bowler, so he's going to keep his special teams role. Look out for him in certain leagues.
He carried me in my guillotine league because they do allow special team yardage and points. So him and Rashid Shaheed getting them in like late rounds because nobody wanted them. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take these dudes and I'm going to run them out there. And they scored me tons of points week in and week out.
Yeah, good call.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
I'll also throw out Gunnar Helm. Looked pretty good. Tennessee.
Yeah, okay.
Tight end. And Andrew, you just got a Arroyo from me from Seattle. And like I said, I think that he's going to see the field this year. So
the tight end, yeah.
Yep.
Do you think this particular year, the 2025 draft class, is going to go down as one of the better tight end draft classes? Because we just Fannin, Colston Loveland, Tyler Warren.
No question.
There's some
Definitely.
great depth.
It was an elite tight end class.
Like even if Mason Taylor, who showed some good signs, even though if he's competing with Kenyon Sadiq, but they do the 2 tight end sets, this might actually be a really good tight end draft class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, running back, obviously we got to mention that running back was huge here. It's so weird to look back on any other draft, and then this draft we redrafted. Well, at least I redrafted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 running backs. That's really high.
Out of 20.
Yeah.
Out of 20.
And next year we're supposed to have a great QB class. That always dwindles. But let's say we get 4 really strong looking QBs. What's happening to the wide receivers? All of a sudden we're stringing together a few poor, not great wide receiver classes in a row. Interesting.
Yeah, it ebbs and flows. It's nice that we can have some dynamics because we're thinning out at quarterback, right? We had that massive exodus of like Ben Roethlisberger and Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers at where they were actually reasonably good. Those guys have all essentially gone away. We're looking for the new young guys, and it still blows my mind thinking about this that Patrick Mahomes is not a young guy anymore. Dak Prescott's not a young guy anymore. Like the old man sitting out there, Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford that are still holding down starting jobs, whereas you've got a bunch of young dudes that need to fill in those positions.
It's going to happen.
So hopefully next year
it's a matter of time.
we see we see the changing of the guard. All right, gentlemen. Well, hey, thank you very much for participating tonight. I know it's getting late where you boys exist out on the East, so thank you very much for joining. Appreciate your insight. Always an enjoyable time hanging out with you guys, talking football, rehashing out, taking some real crazy shots at some players at some odd spots. But that's part of like the joy and the fascination of our fancy football takes.
And good luck this weekend in the draft, guys.
Let's go.
This Saturday it's going to be a good time.
Can't wait.
All right. Well, I'm going to close it out. You guys can find us on all our social media platforms, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, YouTube. We broadcast this thing. If you want to see what my basement finally looks like with everything all cleaned up, check us out there. From one poor man to another, remember, if it's not fun, it is not worth doing. Good night, everybody.
Have a great week, everybody.
You guys.
See you.